with a few of my college friends.
Yeah.
And you do want to be the guy that walks into a college party with a loaf of banana bread. Life of the party automatically. Quick social tip for you guys, for you smashers out there. Bring banana bread to a function. They're going to love you, I promise.
Yoshi, Game & Watch. Okay, we have Ploopy here on the Game & Watch, and then Burst. Just saw him.
Very unserious matchup. Sorry, I had to say it. I'm going to throw it out right now before we get into it. Yoshi, Game & Watch is going to be something to behold, you know?
Very, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something nice to say.
Hey, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But you can't do that right now. You got to say something. Oh, man.
This song is really nice.
It is. It is a very nice song. Pretty waterfalls in the background. Good juggles here from Ploopy. I don't know if Burst ever got his jump back. Doesn't quite matter. He was able to get it back on the stage right there. Tries to trade back with the forward air. Yeah, it's a very floaty matchup. A lot of movement going on in the air. Going to be very, very low ground time for both these players.
Yeah, uppy out of shield definitely paying the bills for Ploopy so far. Just a really good option and a good combo tool as well. Even using it to edge guard there. I have to worry about these the pressure here at the ledge. It's going to cook that egg. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be out of shield, paying the bills, doing taxes. It's getting everything done for Ploopy so far. And that grab, 200%. Thank God Game & Watch doesn't have a kill throw.
Yeah.
Down there not going to do it, but back air definitely is. Ploopy gets it done, takes that first stock off a Burst.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Game & Watch's aerials do exactly what Yoshi's do, but better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to find a better word than just better. That Nair is going to cover a lot of space. It's going to start those combos, kind of similar to a Yoshi up air more so.
Yeah.
Right. Has the better out of shield. F smash would have been a disgusting way to just rip that stock away.
Yeah. Good mash from Burst though, getting out of that situation.
Kind of testing Burst smash right there.
Yeah, and I love the way that we're seeing a lot of the down smashes from Ploopy to try to stuff out the approach from Burst too, but Burst not really falling for it just yet.
Oh, Burst able to make it back without the jump. Didn't quite need it. Floats down. Super patient. Nothing patient about that though. Ploopy falls down with the down air. It's going to trade positively with Burst up there.
Okay.
Hello.
Nair, not going to send the way that Burst really wants, but still, like, the aggression off stage could definitely pay off for him if he's able to find the Nair off stage.
Good roll from Burst, taking the hit on those stars to avoid your shield getting broken. 48% now, nothing light. And a nice back air from Ploopy is going to be able to take that stock. Kind of give yourself something to think about going into that second game, you know?
Okay. Yeah, the double jump actually just going straight through all of the food.
Just ate that full 3-course meal.
Bacon? Is it bacon?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be bacon.
It's like 2D bacon. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. It's something yummy. It's in the eye of the beholder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like constellations. They just looked up there and made it up based on what it kind of looked like. It's like, yeah, sure, it's bacon. Sure.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the fair seemed really hard to deal with as well. Up air doing, or the uppy doing a great job of covering that space too. Of Burst trying to get back to center stage, and yeah, just the F tilt gonna shut him down. 2-stock there for Ploopy.
Really solid stuff there from Ploopy. Just kind of Burst, I think, is coming in super hot off of a Fox matchup. You know, where you're just swinging, kind of not necessarily turn brain off, swing hard, but it's a lot of high like inputs per minute Smash Bros. You know.
Yeah.
So I think Burst kind of has to be able to take a step back and adjust to the way that Game & Watch forces you to play. You can't mash on that shield as much.
No.
You can't really contest with that Nair as much. You got to try and think about the way that you're going to space differently around Game & Watch than you are around Fox.
Yeah, and Burst was really shining off stage too. That's where he's getting a lot of the kills against Fox. Game & Watch not going to have nearly as exploitable of a recovery. The uppy is so strong, and so a lot of the time it's actually like popping Burst up and making it easier for Ploopy to recover, kind of reversaling him at the ledge too. So needs to figure out an option to deal with this up B.
Ooh. The up air, I mean, it's going to get it done. It's going to get a punish. I wouldn't be surprised if Yoshi was one of the characters that could true punish a Game & Watch up B. I know there are some characters that can jump and get up there fast enough to punish it. I wouldn't be totally shocked if Yoshi was one of those with like an IDJ or something, but it's risky because then you use your jump.
Yeah.
So I got to imagine Burst is well aware of what he's able to do and just biding his time to use it properly. These up tilts on platform, not going to reach quite high enough on those big callous platforms though.
Yeah, I think being able to use like the up tilt to call out the down air or even up smash there, not enough percent to find the kill, but just covering the landings of Game & Watch is going to be your best bet.
Really good patience there from Burst. That last hit of back air is so ambiguous sometimes. and just waits just long enough to get that grab out. Again, same thing. Watch your shield there, Ploopy. The left smash gets it done from Burst.
All right, Burst putting himself in the lead for the first time this set. Now just being able to try to rack up as much percent as possible.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, down air is a great way to do it, but that down smash, yeah, brutal.
Oh, Yoshi down air, man. I love that move so much. Put the toes on him, then
So
big clown
funny.
shoes. It is funny. Clown shoes for a funny move. It's so fitting. It's so fitting. And this is exactly what I was talking about the mixing up that pacing in Fox versus against Game & Watch, kind of playing a little bit more patient at that grounded level a bit more, and it's working out very well for Burst so far. But, you know, as I'm saying it, he's getting bullied off stage. The late hit of up B is going to connect. You have a jump still, right? Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah.
Ooh. Burst has to watch his shield a little bit. Makes it back to the level, though. What do we have? Yep, there we go.
Ooh,
No big punish, though. I like the idea there.
Yeah, I mean, the drag down's a good idea, but just the
Yeah.
up B shutting it down, it feels like anything that Burst is trying to get, up B is just a great option in return.
One of the best get-off-me buttons ever invented,
Yes.
if I do say. It's a nice up air to tack on some damage. What do we have about that down air? Burst has not been able to find a consistent punish for it just yet. Ploopy has really gotten away with a few of those.
Like the call out on the neutral get up with the Nair just to send Ploopy off stage, but it's going to be a lot harder to find the kills on him off stage. Especially when you have that reflector on the bucket too. Not really a pressure tool that you can use super consistently.
Man, Burst is all over Ploopy right now. Just chasing him here and there. And again, really good patience on that back air. Has not found any sort of weak, weird hits.
Yeah.
Burst has really just found his spots really effectively, and that landing back air is a great one to find.
Yeah, I really like that back air. Ploopy going for the down smash. I think if he went for the up smash instead, it would have worked out in his favor, but
No jump, right? Yeah, no jump. Can't make it back. Burst is going to lose that stock. I was going to say pretty early because it felt like an early percent
Yeah.
game, but it wasn't like 130 or something like
Yeah.
that. So Burst is fine. He'll be all right. Use those nairs, though.
big damage, yeah. 42% off of that one interaction, which honestly, we've been watching like Mario and Samus and Kirby,
Right?
which is like 40% is actually
Yeah.
not that much, but it
That's-
feels like a lot.
That's light work these days, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, Burst definitely has ways to match that damage output pretty effectively if he can find his openings. That grab could be one. Stuck in the corner now is Ploopy, but again, that down air just getting so much work done.
Oh, not going to get the berry on that though, and going to give Burst another lease on life. But getting back onto stage could be hard here, avoiding that up smash, getting back to center stage and just trying to play patient, trying to poke with the down tilt too. But there's the down smash again, not going to be able to mash out of that one, and Ploopy going to go up 2-0.
I keep doing this thing where I'll see Burst kind of like spacing on the ground, doing a few short hops, playing slow, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I like this. I like that
Yeah.
he's doing that. And then every time I think I like what Burst is doing, he gets hit for it. So it's weird because it looks like it's going to be so effective.
Yeah.
That kind of micro spacing, walking around to avoid those moves, it feels so good. But with the amount of things that Game & Watch can throw out and be safe, eventually you do just have to walk in and make a move happen. You
Yeah.
have to make some sort of advancement. And we saw Burst doing that really effectively in those first two games, kind of just mixing up his pacing and aggression.
Yeah.
And a good start to this game in terms of that. 70%, but again, that down air, just doing everything, paying the bills, as you said.
Yeah. Up air going to string together as well here, going to make it kind of hard for Yoshi to land. And pressure on the platform too. Burst finally makes it around and finds the fair off stage. Good stuff there. Now Ploopy on his way. The running sound is so funny for me.
True. Both these characters make a lot of funny sounds. Yoshi's always yelling. He always has something to say.
Yeah.
It's like, yo! Wait a minute. Ooh, that was a nice little mix-up with the neutral B. Nothing huge about it, though. Ploopy was ready.
I do really like these up smashes that we're seeing from Ploopy, though. So much
too,
of
me too.
Yoshi's game plan revolves around doing a lot of these like landing aerials, trying to do like a drag down back air. But if you're just throwing out that up smash, it's going to be really hard for Yoshi to actually do that.
There's a nice sequence off stage from Burst to get back to the level, but the moment he did, Ploopy was ready with the
Yeah.
chair. Just waiting for you, like a WWE cage match. No jump, though. I want to say he got it back, but it's going to be a lot of damage either way. Up to 30%. And again, that's pretty light work, but you're going to tack on even more. Game & Watch advantage state so hard to deal with.
Yeah, that they're just stringing together. Even when he uses the double jump out of it, still just getting so much damage. But now it's Yoshi's time to shine. Love that use of the rising nair, trying to stuff out Ploopy. But just doesn't really have like a great option to deal with the down air from Ploopy either.
Yeah, it seems pretty tough for Yoshi to deal with. And Burst has kind of leaned far in the other direction as opposed to overextending and getting hit by down air. Now it's just, I'll let you reset neutral with that, which I think is fine. You know, better to reset neutral without getting hit than to get hit and then reset anyways. So it's been working out for Burst, and the damage output has been a little bit more consistent as a result.
I do really like the way that Burst is dancing around Ploopy's shield, too. We're seeing a lot more cross-ups or just trying to purposely stay out of the spacing of the up B out of shield.
Yeah, and with the amount of options that Game & Watch has on the shield, you really do want to be able to dance around it. And that forward air is going to take that stock. And again, Burst with a lead, but that has not been an issue for Ploopy so far in the set.
Yeah, putting him in a pretty rough spot with that fair, but still holding on to this stock. Yeah, and I feel like going for this, the grab is working out really well for him, too.
Yeah.
Just being able to like keep your distance a little bit.
Yoshi can struggle against characters with good shields, so to see those grabs coming out in such a pivotal time is huge. And I want to say Burst would have died to that nair right there. So a second lease on life, as you say. Burst trying to find the ground. Not the easiest thing to find in this matchup.
162. Yeah.
Just tiptoeing back and forth. The footsies are really coming through. Yoshi having an advantage in footsies, you know, on account of his big old shoes.
Yeah.
Trying to make something happen. The up tilt's not connecting. The back airs aren't doing so either, but really patient here from Burst. And this is what I was saying. The thing I was thinking that I like it earlier and then it wouldn't work is now working from Burst.
Okay.
Really patient, very grounded, getting a lot of hits. F tilt finally connects, but not before Burst finds 84% and a really good chance of taking this game.
And just disengaging a lot, too. Using that up tilt as an anti-approach tool, working out really well for him, but now stuck towards the ledge against Ploopy, trying to find this grab, and fair, just really strong option against Yoshi. Barely holding on to that stock. I don't think that was the best DI, but still.
Definitely not.
Still holding on.
Very close stuff there from Ploopy. And as long as he's alive, he has a chance here. That grab is going to be nice for Burst, but can you make the most out of this offstage situation? Fair's not connecting, but the nair does from Ploopy. Surges back from the corner, trying to clean this up in 3-0 fashion. Yeah, Burst finally finds the ground. Back air trade goes in the favor of Ploopy, trying to land with a down air. Another good grab from Burst. He's been finding a lot of those. Back throw off stage. Eggs, gonna scramble your brain. Forward air is not gonna connect though. In the corner, nair doesn't get it done, but the second one does.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Burst to win that game.
Yeah, the way that he was playing around Ploopy's shield was a great adaptation. I really like the way that he's playing a lot more patient, avoiding a lot of the down airs and the uppies out of shield. And I think Kalos was a really good stage pick as well.
Agree. I definitely like to see Kalos there. I think as much as landing still wasn't easy, it was definitely an easier time finding those landings. You don't really get trapped on those platforms. Ploopy can't set up below those and can't use them to extend into longer combos. As we saw a lot of mileage off of that early on in these games. So I definitely like the flats coming through from Burst. Wonder what the bans were from Ploopy, but regardless, we're going to wind up. Same characters, of course. Burst is slowly running it back, and we're going to stay on flats. I like that.
I think it's not fair to pick this color Game & Watch on empty. You can't really see it in the background.
True. Oh, that actually would be pretty frustrating. I wonder if that's like a thing that Burst thinks about, you know what I'm saying? Back air going off stage. But yeah, this is just like I feel like all Game & Watches use this color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the best one.
This is the comment. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one. Yeah, I like this one. Some blue on blue con here. Trying to make it back. Ooh, and no jump for Burst. This is really hard to make it back. The early air dodge gets it done though. Wow. Good placement on the air dodge. That was a good mix-up because a lot of the times, like usually when Burst loses an early jump, he waits super, super long. So the early air dodge was a great option there.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that would have been nasty.
Okay, but Burst doing his best to tie this up.
There couldn't find a connection. Up till up air. What do we have? A punish off of the down air. Finally, not quite, but that could have been something disastrous there on that shield. Barely missing with that nair. Can't believe it didn't hit. Ploopy trying to chase out. Find the edge guard. Chair doesn't get it done. Chasing up top. Up air doesn't find a connection, and Burst finds the ground.
Yeah, just trying to find this F tilt on the approach. Burst trying to safely approach with that back air, but just going to run right into the chair instead. Big damage here off of these nairs. Gets an up air instead. 35% on Burst, but jumping back onto the stage, which can be a little scary when you're up against Game & Watch. We've seen the Ploopy's really good at walling out with the back air too.
Yeah, and finding those F tilts like you called for earlier. Right on cue, you mentioned catching approaches with the F tilt. Ploopy was able to connect with it, and now he has found himself a mighty lead. The charge down smash is threatening, but Burst isn't too scared. He takes that stock anyways.
No, I do really like that mix-up on the charge. I feel like a lot of the time we're just like seeing a spot dodge instead, so just waiting a little second longer could definitely work out for him. And the smash attacks from Game & Watch are so strong that finding a down smash is huge.
Burst, kind of shockingly coming out on top of that interaction. A few of those, I thought those were up smashes hitting for sure. And a forward air is going to connect. Burst takes the lead with a bit of explosivity.
Okay. Now just trying to find a down air, trying to pop Yoshi up in the air, finding out of the corner with back air too. But Ploopy's stuck at the ledge, and that's where Burst tends to shine.
You know, Game & Watch is typically one of those characters where things always just barely work out in his favor.
Yeah.
But the amount of up smashes and kill moves that I've seen just barely miss coming out from Ploopy has been unbelievable, and it's really given Burst a chance in this game.
For sure. Great. Ploopy trying to find a grab here, just trying to find something for some extra damage. Yeah, gets the nair into Judge. Not going to be the 9 that he was looking for, I don't think, but even still.
Gotta watch out here, Ploopy. Judge not, lest you be judged yourself. Burst is trying to make this happen. In return, give him the revenge. F-tilt not going to connect. Neither does the fair. That one does. Ooh. Fair to up smash. Threatening. Down air going to get it done. Burst tries to call out the drift, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, Ploopy just trying to wait patiently for an opportunity to go in. There's the up B again, shutting out the aerial approach there from Burst, covering his landing. Oh, that up air is so scary though.
So close. Burst has become a whiz of finding these landings against Ploopy. The up air gets it done. Burst drops the gavel. We got game 5.
Yeah, I think a big thing in a lot of these like interactions is we're seeing the rising back air from Ploopy and we're seeing the falling back air from Burst. So Ploopy tends to be walling out Burst pretty well, but yeah, the up air, good call out there from Burst. Gonna take us into this game 5, going to PS2.
Man, Ploopy rolling for the 9 terrified me.
Yeah.
That was the scariest thing I've seen in my entire life. And it totally would have done it, too.
Yeah.
It was right there. I think that's the second time I've seen him go for that combo into Judge and then hit, I think it was a 5 instead of a 9.
Yeah.
Keeps coming out in that way. Yeah, here we got game 5. Burst versus Ploopy. They're going to go all the way because, of course, they are. The back air into an air, tacks on some damage. It's been solid gameplay from Burst. The adaptation has been there.
But now getting off of the ledge, just going to use that nair, and that's worked out multiple times for him as well. Going to get some big damage off of that. Okay.
Nice neutral B. Back on some damage. Catches the up B. That was crazy from Burst. Just want a call out to get out there. The fair, through the fair.
Oh my gosh. That F smash is so scary.
It really is.
Avoiding it.
It really is. We are into that territory where the kill moves are going to start coming out from both players. Neutral B trying to catch and shield yet again, but can't find the connection. Chasing deep is Ploopy.
Now the up B seems to do a really good job of calling out the high recovery from Yoshi. Ooh.
Fair into up air, not quite going to get it done. Ploopy lives to fight another day. As Burst is looking to take a lead here in this game 5. And the lead hasn't mattered that much in these games so far. It's been pretty back and forth. And Burst has been able to just take stocks out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I would not count anybody out at any given time, but a crafty little up air there from Burst is going to take a lead.
And I do like the spacing on the back airs that we're seeing from Burst on Ploopy's shield too. Really good adaptation there. Just a great way to poke at him without committing to anything that's going to cost him a lot of percent. And that nair is just so good at stringing together. Now, sitting at 142, you have to be very careful about these down smashes that we see so often from Ploopy. Also setting up for back airs too, but like the way that Burst is just navigating around everything. Down air going to take it off the top though.
Down air has continued to be a thorn in Burst's side here. Has not found the easiest answer for it, because really there isn't one.
Yeah.
It's a very consistent tool. It's hard to find a catch-all answer for it. But there have been the occasional punishes, maybe looking for a parry in that instance, couldn't find it. The up air to break the bomb. And some big damage coming through, but not too much, not too much.
Yeah, tries to go for a tech chase there, not able to find it. Ploopy's roll just a little bit further than I think Burst was ready for.
Yeah, spacing these back airs, as you called attention to earlier. And he's found a lot of mileage in that so far in this set, but it looks like Ploopy's getting a little bit better at kind of finding that micro spacing to avoid those and still get a hit off of his own as Burst's percentage climbs ever higher, 118%, nothing to scoff at. You're going to lose the stock to just about anything Game & Watch has to throw out at you.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to catch Yoshi with these up airs, not able to find it though.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
little sequence here from Burst. Put on a lot of damage, but not enough to take the stock. Is 140 now. Still holding on to it. And that's an angry dinosaur. You could take a stock with a lot of your aerials at this point. F-Tilt going to send way off stage, though. How do you recover? Very aggressive on the recovery that time for Burst, and it works out for him. Down B out of shield. A strangely consistent option. He's been using that quite a bit against that down air.
Just trying to wall out with this back air, trying to make his way back towards center stage here from Ploopy, but
Do that fair to try and catch the 2-frame.
Yeah.
Saw it work against Comet earlier. Be an interesting way to bookend this set if we could go for it later. None of the forward airs connecting from Ploopy. Neither player able to find a kill. Still playing very patient, just dancing around each other. And it takes two to tango, and they are both holding on to each other's hands. Say, let's do it. Let's keep dancing.
I really like the change in options that we're seeing off of the ledge from Ploopy, though. I feel like most of the time he's going for like an offensive option with a nair, but recognizing that with Rage Yoshi, it's just not going to be a trade in his favor. So instead trying to use rolls and just jump to the platform, but Burst finally finds that kill. Ploopy immediately firing back with that bomb to find their stock. Game 5, last stock here. Who is going to go into losers finals against Icy Mist?
Zeros across the board. It had to be this way. The fair somehow finds a way to trade. The nair comes through. Off stage now is Ploopy, and every single time Ploopy has to grab that ledge, the Burst fair is a threat. Really high up air. Burst trying to end this game right now. 84% of the Ploopy. That's a damage output that can be matched by Game & Watch, but now you're off stage yet again.
Yeah, tries to go for that fair that we've seen multiple times, really paying off for Burst. Tries to get the kill with the egg like we saw in a previous set as well, but not going to find it.
Would have been a crazy way to end this game. The judge threatening yet again. I can't believe that. At what point do you stop considering a 9-hammer lucky and start considering not getting one unlucky?
Yeah.
Ploopy's thrown out so many, has not found the connection yet. The forward airs and the bears coming through. Any one of those are going to spell disaster for Ploopy. Burst playing super patient. Trying to burst forward with an aerial. Air dodges through the up air.
Yeah, didn't see a punish on the air dodge. Back air going to send off stage. Tries to find another one, but just double jumps over into up air.
The up air out of disadvantage to catch the up B. Gets it done for Burst after a super back and forth set. He takes it over Ploopy. He takes it over Comet, and a dinosaur beating a Comet is not a canonically accurate matchup, but he is going to move on to face Icy Mist.
Bruh.
I can't believe I didn't think of the Comet joke during that set.
That's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I used it in a,
no, it's
a good
banger.
time.
No,
I got it out. I got it out.
10 out of 10. Definitely put that in the reel.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, man.
I'm glad to see Icy Mist back. I'm a huge Icy Mist fan.
Me too. Me too. People talk about Samus as like a character that like is like lame or whatever, but I think in the current atmosphere of Smash Bros, if you're still getting a stick up your butt about Samus, play Rivals. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not for you.
This is not
it's
the
not
game
for you. I think Samus is at least